Hey guys, as is with many videos, this video is being made for a purpose. I witnessed and reported cyberbullying on social media because it has gotten out of control. And I think it's important that people understand what their actions can actually cause and how they can be held accountable for it. Take a look at this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hey guys, so with it being Mental Health Awareness Month and having cases just like Micah Miller's and seeing the drastic increase in cyberbullying on social media platforms is insanely on the rise, and we need to recognize the problem. There was a little boy named Sammy from Greenville, Indiana. He took his own life on May 5th. His family claimed the fourth grader was being bullied at school. His parents say that incidents of bullying against their son was going on for a while, and they had raised alarm about it in the school authorities at least 20 times previously, while Sammy was still in elementary school. They say the school failed to take appropriate steps to ensure their child's safety, and Sammy was bullied till the night he took his own life. The school has denied the claims, saying that there were no reports of bullying, whether by the student or his parents. They added that the school held counseling sessions with Sammy and his parents, but refused to divulge the details of the sessions, citing privacy concerns. So what happened here was, according to the father, bullies had initially mocked his son for his glasses, which later extended to ridicule over his teeth. He then had the harassment persisted over a prolonged period, culminating in his son being physically assaulted on the school bus when his glasses were broken. He also recounted calling the school authorities and questioning their response. The father goes on to say, "I held him in my arms. I did the thing no father should ever have to do. And anytime I close my eyes, it's all I can see." According to the mother of the boy, her son's decision to end his life was influenced by the relentless bullying and a particularly distressing incident in the bathroom just a week before. She goes on to say, "He was my little boy. He was my baby. He was the youngest one." An obituary on the website of the family funeral home described Sammy as a tremendously loving, laughing, encompassing, and accepting young man. It said that Sammy was affectionately known as Minnie Hulk, and he was born in 2014 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So this was bullying at school. So let's take a look at one that would be cyberbullying and see what the difference is. What are the differences? Okay, here's one sick and twisted way to start the cyberbullying. There was a mom who spent months cyberbullying her own daughter to get a Lifetime movie. Yeah, you heard that right. Kendra Gale Lasari, a Michigan mom, cyberbullied her daughter for months and is now serving prison time. Lifetime released a film called Mommy Meanest about the real-life story of the mother and her teenage daughter. Now, she did hide her identity while sending harassing messages until the FBI traced them back to her. So if you think a VPN is a way to get away with things, it's not. It can always be traced back. Now, the shocking events were turned into a movie titled Mommy Meanest, which premiered on May 11th. In April of 2023, Michigan mom Kendra Lasari was sentenced to prison after bullying her daughter online for months. She had been receiving harassing and demeaning messages through text and social media in 2021. The teen and her then boyfriend reportedly received these texts up to 12 times a day for months. After her daughter told her about the messages, she began working with the boyfriend's mother to find the cyberbully. She also reported the crime to her daughter's school district, which contacted local law enforcement after failing to find the person who's sending the texts. Then, when local law enforcement cybercrime resources were exhausted, they sought help from the FBI. The Intelligence and Security Service found that the mother had been using a virtual private network, VPN, to hide her location and encrypt her personal data. Needless to say, guys, the VPN doesn't work for everything. There's always going to be a way to track it. Now, the FBI managed to lock down the IP address from the device used to send the messages and discovered it belonged to the girl's mother. She began sending hundreds of harassing and demeaning messages to her daughter through text and social media in 2021. And guys, this was a grown woman, 43 years old, who had been working as a girls' basketball coach at her daughter's school when she sent the text. 4 months later, she was sentenced to prison, 19 months and 5 years. Needless to say, no matter who does cyberbullying, whether it's adult on adult, adult on child, child on adult, whatever it may be, it's not okay. And think about the impact it could have on a person. And if that's not enough to deter you, let's look up some more facts. Some criminal prosecutors have been able to use existing criminal harassment laws to prosecute cyberbullying in public schools. More than half of the U.S. states now include the cyberbullying in their broader bullying and harassment laws. Most states also include a prohibition on electronic harassment. So what's the penalty? What are the laws? So what are penalties for cyberbullying cases? The main difference among state cyberbullying law is whether sanctions are administrative or criminal. Now, Florida, for example, requires school policies, but do not define criminal charges. Missouri can charge a cyberbullying offender into criminal court, but only for violent threats. So depending on the state laws, the penalties for cyberbullying can range from school suspension to expulsion and to even jail time. While parents whose children have been bullied want a stricter approach to bullying, civil rights organizations, including the American Civil Liberties Union, criticize using the criminal justice system to penalize children. They tend to advocate for the school administration to handle student behavior problems. Now, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services offers tips to stop that, and the policies can be found at stopbullying.gov. And there are cases where people have actually had to do jail time for bullying. Just because you're doing it over the internet, behind a computer screen, doesn't mean you're not hurting people. Doesn't mean you're not affecting them. You are. Whether you're a child doing it to another child or an adult doing it to another adult, you know it's wrong. And you did it anyways. And you don't care about the facts of what could happen from it. You should start caring, because all of these children are learning this from somewhere. It starts at home.